Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are on our final day before the final day of our 9-day process, which is Goddess Purnima, Guru Purnima tomorrow. We'll be coming together to make a final offering to the Mother, to Goddess, to Source, to the universe, to this incredible creation we are a part of as we are setting intentions, dreaming into existence our creations, our ideas of what we want to experience and bring to life in the physical. And today, we'll spend some time working with the 9 planets. And we'll specifically review some of the qualities and characteristics of each of these bodies that we can work with astrologically and in our co-creative practices. And then we'll go on a journey. We're going to go visit these planets together, and we're going to do a meditation experience practice together that will help us strengthen our connection to these bodies, to these intelligent archetypal expressions of energy. And then we'll spend some time zooming out to really feel and experience the oneness and expansiveness of this incredible creation that we are a part of. So we'll start by coming into sacred space. If you're just tuning in and you haven't checked out the previous videos, go back to day 1 and work your way through this process with us. We've been working on creating this energetic container that will be able to hold our ideas and visions and work in a co-creative manner with the intelligence of the universe to bring those to life, and using the day of Goddess Purnima, which is tomorrow, to really seal and anchor those intentions with the goddess. So I'll invite us to just come into our place of stillness now together. Tuning in to the breath, allowing the breath to be a tool through which we find stillness. Feeling new life force energy move through your body, into your system as you breathe in, and allowing your exhale to gently release any energy that is not yours to carry. Noticing where you may be feeling tension in the body and sending your breath to that place, inviting that energy to move, inviting that tension to just gently dissolve and dissipate. And just continuing to connect with the breath, allowing your in-breath and out-breath to slowly lengthen, finding a beautiful, gentle rhythm that feels good to you. I'll bring us into our sacred space now with our opening mantras. Om. 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharadaram Vishnu Sachivanam Chaturbhujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashanti. Om Bhurбhuvasuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. All right. So just staying in this space, maybe keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Beginning to visualize that energetic pyramid that we built on the first day together. Visualizing that column of white light of truth and protection streaming down from the central sun of our universe, from that point of creation, from our source, seeing that light stream down through your soul star chakra, the star through which your soul entered this creation, streaming down through our sun and this solar system down to your crown, seeing that light go all the way down through your chakras, spinning through each chakra clockwise as it streams down through your system, and visualizing that white light strengthening the pyramid around you, seeing that white light strengthen the south wall, the west wall, the north wall, the east wall, seeing that white light strengthen the base of the pyramid, and seeing the golden column of light that anchors you at your root down to Mother Earth's crystalline core, seeing that column of light strong, flowing beautifully, seeing that light from Mother Earth's crystalline core streaming up through all of your chakras, spinning clockwise through each chakra as it rises, as it meets that white light, seeing the white and golden light swirl together as the white light streams down and moves down through your system and back up, and as the golden light moves up and back down through your system, mimicking the perfect toroidal flow of energy that flows through this universe, representing the perfect flow of energy through this universe, remembering that you are the universe, remembering that this perfect container of masculine and feminine energy is now in place, remembering that you can strengthen and call on these energies at any time, and remembering the work that we've done, honoring the south direction, honoring our ability to let go and release, honoring our connection to divine feminine wisdom, honoring our connection with Mother Earth, honoring all that we experience in the physical, and remembering our connection with the west direction, honoring our ability to transform, honoring our ability to use our mind to become fearless, to stand strong and ferocious in the face of negativity or negative programming, allowing us to truly become free through the process of transformation, and honoring the north direction, the place of our connection with spirit, where we find the path that is true for our souls, where we know and commune with our souls in deeper, more meaningful ways, where we allow our soul's gifts and talents and unique abilities and light to flourish and thrive, where we find connection with the spiritual realm and with our guides and our masters and angels, where we can connect with our ancestors and those who have walked before and those who will come after us. And honoring the east direction, the place of the rising sun, where we can turn to experience the rebirth and regeneration of ourselves, to experience the awakening of our solar consciousness, our ability to see the light and divinity in all things, our ability to experience oneness and unity, our ability to embody our highest destiny, our most beautiful destiny, our most beautiful divine blueprint. And remembering Mother Earth as an embodiment of our Mother in this lifetime, and Father Son anchoring the beautiful blueprint of this solar system in place, acting as a portal through which the light of Source reaches us. And remembering our work with the Keeper of the lower world, who helps us unlock access to our subconscious, who helps us see the parts of ourselves that are ready to be seen, who helps us rewrite old stories into new ones, who helps us find gifts, who helps us embody our soul's power. And remembering our work with the Keeper of the middle world, who helps us find presence and helps us stay in the here and now, joyfully, passionately, lovingly, navigating all of the illusions of physical reality, and helping us gently shift and alter those illusions in ways that allow more harmony, more love, more beauty, more peace to flourish. And remembering our work with the Keeper of the upper world, who helps us connect with future possibilities, who helps us embrace life after this bodily death, who helps us traverse the realm of spirit in easeful ways, who helps us awaken to our multidimensional nature, helping us operate with one foot in the world of spirit and one foot in the physical. And remembering the work that we've done with Goddess Kali, knowing that she is with us, fiercely protecting our interests, fiercely protecting our ability to move in ways that are in alignment with our destiny, fiercely destroying any obstacles that stand between us and our ability to embody our highest good, and helping us transform in ways that are benevolent and peaceful and gentle for us personally. And remembering the work that we've done with Goddess Tara, connecting with that place within us that is compassionate and empathetic and merciful and forgiving and loving and motherly. Remembering how to mother ourselves, remembering that this aspect of the mother, of the goddess, can be with us when we call on her, when we ask her to awaken within us. Remembering that we began planting our seeds of intentions with Goddess Tara, making our ask for what we want to create and experience and bring into the physical with her support, with her grace. And remembering the work that we did yesterday with Goddess Isis, tuning in to that aspect of the mother that is beyond this earthly experience, that has already traveled the stars, that is in her power and in her magic, who uses her divine feminine sensuality and receptivity to become even more magical and creative. Just taking a moment to allow that to all come together today. Taking a moment to notice what aspect of consciousness, if any, are more prominent, more present for you today. or depending on how you're feeling, depending on what has been coming up for you. Maybe calling on one of these aspects of the mother or father to be more present with you today. And bringing all of these energies with us as we connect with the 9 planets today. We'll now go on our journey meditation and then spend a little time afterwards connecting more specifically with a planet that can support you today. So just staying in this space here on Earth, seeing that energetic pyramid around you. And now inviting the golden light from Mother Earth to create an inverse pyramid below the pyramid that is already in place, seeing a golden pyramid of light now merge with the white pyramid of light, seeing the white pyramid of light pointing up and the gold pyramid of light pointing down, fully anchoring, activating your Merkaba now. Knowing that we'll use this Merkaba, your light body, to now travel to the stars, to travel beyond this planet, knowing you're anchored safely, securely to planet Earth, knowing that you are fully protected energetically, spiritually, as we travel together. And seeing your feet planted firmly on the earth, in that field where we found the great world tree, where we've journeyed to the lower world and the upper world, seeing yourself walk 1 foot in front of the other towards that world tree, seeing the sky dark overhead, the dark moon, noticing how bright the stars look overhead as you walk towards the tree. And as you approach the tree, setting the intention to journey into our solar system, off of this planet, to visit each of the bodies that exist in our solar system. And stepping towards the tree, asking if you may enter today, and the tree says yes, and welcomes you to enter its trunk. And as you enter, you feel that stream of light surround your body, surround your energy body. And you see the stream of light begin to move you up through the trunk, up into the branches, seeing yourself move into the branch closest to the trunk now, moving up, up. As you wind your way through this branch, as it gets skinnier and skinnier, the higher up it goes. And as you reach the tip of this branch, you see that golden and silver cord anchoring you to Mother Earth, and you grab onto this cord and it guides you further, higher, up, beyond the tree. And you now see yourself hovering high in Mother Earth's atmosphere, seeing her below you, seeing the curvature of our planet, seeing it become smaller and smaller as you go further beyond the atmosphere of Earth, now entering space, continuing to hold on to the silver and gold cord, knowing it'll take you wherever you need to go, and it will guide you back to Earth when you're ready to come home. And seeing this golden and silver cord now spin you out towards the sun, traveling towards the sun faster and faster, knowing that in your energy body you cannot get burned. So we're going close to the sun now, getting closer and closer, seeing how its light radiates out through our solar system, seeing the plasma as it ejects from the sun itself, and now curving around the sun, spinning around the sun clockwise. And just like a rocket uses the clockwise motion of energy in our universe to spin around a body and project itself further into space, we begin to do that now, spinning around the sun 3 times, fully connecting, anchoring our energy to the sun, receiving the blessings and beneficial intelligence of the sun. Spinning a 2nd time, and now a 3rd time, and projecting ourselves towards Mercury, flying through space, noticing how free it feels, noticing how you float and guide effortlessly, and noticing how just with your intentions you can go wherever you want to go, and seeing yourself approach Mercury now, spinning around Mercury, beginning that orbital pattern and path that will follow around all of the planets, and just noticing what you feel and experience in the presence of Mercury. Spinning a 2nd time around Mercury, continuing to connect, continuing to receive beneficial insights, downloads, energies, activations with each planet as we connect. And spinning a 3rd time around Mercury. Asking that Mercury's intelligence and ability to guide beneficial outcomes and ways of operating in your life, asking that that intelligence come online fully, completely now, and spinning beyond Mercury now to Venus, seeing yourself fly through space, approaching Venus, the planet of love, seeing yourself begin to spin around Venus and just noticing how the energy is shifting and changing as you connect with Venus. Noticing how she is informing shifts and upgrades in your energy field now. Knowing that our work with each of the planets today, as we travel and meet them, will only strengthen any future work that you do with them in beautiful, benevolent, peaceful, beneficial ways. And spinning around Venus a 3rd time, receiving what she has to offer you. And now seeing yourself fly through space towards Earth again, this time not landing on Earth, but spinning around Earth, orbiting around Earth. Beginning to reach Earth now and see her from a new perspective. Seeing the place we call home in this life. And receiving from her intelligence what she has to offer you today. And continuing to spin a 2nd time around Earth, And now a third time. Noticing how it feels to connect with your home planet from space. And now using this spin to project you towards Mars, seeing yourself fly through space towards Mars, the desert red planet. Seeing yourself begin to approach, taking in the view from this closer perspective, and beginning to spin around Mars. Noticing the quality of Mars's energy and how it differs from Earth and Venus and Mercury. Welcoming this connection with Mars as you spin a second time. Welcoming the gifts, spiritual insights, beneficial energies that Mars can provide you. And spinning a third time around Mars, beginning to connect with Jupiter as you spin out and beyond Mars and travel further into the solar system, much farther from Earth, and seeing yourself almost as if no time has passed, seeing yourself begin to arrive at this great, gigantic, gassy planet, Jupiter, seeing how massive the storm on Jupiter looks from this vantage point, beginning to spin around Jupiter. Feeling Jupiter's expansiveness as you begin the spin. And spinning a second time, welcoming Jupiter's wisdom, Jupiter's support, and spinning a third time now around Jupiter, anchoring this connection. And continuing to travel further, spinning beyond Jupiter, traveling towards Saturn, seeing its rings come closer and closer into view, noticing just how far you are from the sun now, but seeing it in the distance, beginning to approach Saturn and its rings, hovering just above the rings as we spin around Saturn, noticing the icy, majestical quality of the rings. And just noticing what you feel and experience with Saturn. And spinning a second time. And now a third time. welcoming this deeper connection with this outermost planet, and using that third spin to project you towards Uranus, flying through space, seeing the meteors and asteroids in this part of the solar system, and beginning to approach Uranus, beginning to spin around this great planet. And just noticing how Uranus feels, noticing how you perceive it. Noticing what wisdom it has to offer you today. Spending a second time now. And one more time, fully taking in all that you see and experience with Uranus. And now flying further to Neptune. Approaching Neptune. And now entering its orbit and beginning to spin around this body. And just noticing what feels different about Neptune now. Noticing how you perceive its qualities. And spinning a second time. And now a third time. Taking off to Pluto. Approaching this much smaller planet. And beginning your spin around Pluto. Noticing how small but mighty this body is. And as you spin a second and third time, welcoming Pluto to stay with you. Welcoming this intelligence. Its energies to guide your life experience in beautiful, benevolent, beneficial ways. And as you finish the third spin, projecting now back towards Earth and just taking your time as you travel, seeing each planet as you go by. Seeing this blueprint of our solar system from this vantage point, from this perspective. Honoring each planet's orbit around the sun. Honoring its progression. Honoring the retrogrades that occur. Honoring the fact that all of this motion, all of this spin gives rise to physical reality and supports specific energetic experiences on our home planet. And passing back by Neptune and Uranus and Jupiter and Saturn, Coming closer to our home planet of Earth, seeing these incredible planetary bodies in the distance, seeing the sun getting a little bigger, seeing yourself pass by Mars now, almost feeling as though that energetic cord, that golden cord that anchors you to Earth, is pulling you home now. Mother Earth is calling you home, gently guiding your soul back to its home in this life. And taking a moment as you hover at Mother Earth's atmosphere, seeing her below you, and seeing all of these planets and the sun and our moon in the distance. Just offering gratitude. Offering gratitude for the grand design of this universe and of our solar system. Offering gratitude for the harmony and beautiful, gorgeous geometrical patterns and blueprints that are inherent in our universe. Recognizing from this vantage point that the patterns and energetic flow throughout the universe, that energetic flow that gives rise to patterns of symmetry and beauty and harmony, knowing that that is the design of our universe. And taking a moment to offer gratitude to all of the planets of our solar system for supporting our grand design here on Earth, and for supporting a return to a more beautiful design for our lives personally and for the collective experience here on Earth. Welcoming the harmony and beauty and beneficial aspects of the 9 planets and of the cosmic divine order that is inherent in our universe, welcoming that order to be established in our lives, in our minds, in our hearts, in our bodies, in our energies, and in all of our affairs, and giving so much thanks, offering so much gratitude now for the perfect design of your life, manifesting and unfolding under grace, for the planets working with you in beautiful, beneficial, benevolent, benefic ways. And welcoming the ways that they work with you to guide you higher on your spiritual path, to give you the insights and wisdom and opportunities to embody that wisdom. And now following that silver and gold cord down now through Mother Earth's atmosphere, coming closer and closer and closer to the world tree, seeing the branches as you get closer and closer and entering one of the topmost branches and beginning to travel down now through that branch, down, 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 down towards the trunk, and beginning to enter the trunk, feeling that stream of light surround you, remembering you can leave behind anything that feels heavy in this stream of light. And you now step out of the trunk and back into your body in this day and time, welcoming a little movement into your body, maybe wiggling your toes and your feet, maybe stretching a little, just coming back to this day and time now. If you're still a little meditative, that's okay. We're going to take a little time now to tune in to, I'm going to share my screen so we can tune into the specific qualities and characteristics of the planets that we just visited and got connected with. Maybe taking a moment to grab a journal and jot down any notes about what you felt and experienced with each one, and even doing that as we go through this next exercise. I initially thought we would look at this together and reflect on the qualities and characteristics before we did the meditation, but then it was feeling very guided for us to do the meditation first. And I'm glad we did that, because I think that is a cool way for us to feel and tune into their qualities without being influenced. You probably already, remember some of them, but I think that was a beautiful start to be able to then go a little deeper in working with one of them. So just taking a moment for yourself to journal what came through. I always get so emotional when I do those sorts of journeys. Anytime I'm in a planetarium too. anytime I have an opportunity like that to really move my consciousness to that zoomed out perspective and to experience the cosmos from a vantage point that is different than being here on Earth. Whew, hits all the feels. it triggers soul memories of what it's like being out there and not bound to a specific planet. It brings up feelings about Mother Earth and the journey she's going through here with us humans. It brings up feelings about the expansiveness of this reality, of how incredibly big and huge this universe is, and how incredibly small and also expansive we are. I'm feeling so much gratitude right now for even just the ability to go into a meditative state and have that sort of experience of the cosmos. And if it wasn't super visual for you, that's okay too. That comes with time sometimes. And it comes with our ability to really kind of detach and surrender from the physical body and physicalness of this experience. So practice, if that isn't coming totally naturally to you at first, that's normal. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. And what we're going to do, knowing that we now have fully established this connection with the 9 planets from this journey that we took, we are asking them to work with us in deeper, more meaningful, magical, beneficial ways. We'll now just take a little time to tune in to what these planets offer. Okay, I think our screen froze for just a little moment there. Here we are. Okay, so This is not all inclusive, but it is just a good little reference guide for us. You can find it at the link below as well to download, so you can take it with you and use it in your practice. I've liked having a reference guide of all of the different qualities and characteristics and ways the planets show up in our lives. And you're probably familiar with astrology enough to recognize that even in our birth charts, our astrological birth charts, the planets are essentially creating like a blueprint for us, right? And how the planets are positioned at our time of birth here on Earth, we can gain insights about how they're going to be working with us in our lifetime. So, some of how they're going to be working with us is already a blueprint, is already something that is written in the stars, so to speak. And we also have conscious co-creative ability, right? So we can work with the planets in conscious ways, in ceremony, in meditation practice, to boost and strengthen certain aspects of their qualities. Or if, let's say, we have a particularly challenging aspect with some of the planets and what they're bringing into our lives, like maybe Saturn has been playing a huge role for you around really experiencing limitation in ways that feel challenging. Well, maybe you can work with Saturn around ways that that limitation can loosen a little. Maybe you can work with Saturn to come into conscious awareness around why certain limitation is healthy and helpful, and where certain limitations don't need to be present anymore. So we can ask each planet to work with us in specific ways. So let's just take a moment to very quickly review what each planet brings into our lives. And then what I'm going to invite us to do is to take another meditative moment together and tune in to our intentions for this week, for tomorrow, of what we're asking, what we're creating, what we're manifesting, what we're wanting to bring into the physical. And then we're going to pick a planet, maybe two, to work with us on that. Okay, and we're going to then tomorrow with our offering. That offering is not only for one aspect of consciousness, it is for the goddess, which is all aspects of consciousness. So the offering tomorrow will also be an offering to these two planets. And I would also invite you to find other ways that you can honor these planets in your life. We'll talk about that in just a moment. So Mercury is all about communication and speaking and writing and commerce and the exchange energetically, physically of things. It is about travel. It is about how we use our intellect and how we, use our mental faculties to create organization, to communicate. Mercury is associated with humor and wit, and we might experience that in ways that are really balanced and healthy, or we might experience that in ways that aren't as healthy. Venus, love, beauty, fertility, creation ability, our sexuality, romance, passion. Venus is obviously associated with the feminine, and all things related to our material well-being, and even experiences of luxury and that sort of beauty. Mars being the masculine planet, associated with action and taking assertive action, associated with maybe aggression on the more malevolent side of things. Mars is about war and about destruction. Mars is also about motivation and finding our ability to be brave as we're taking action. Jupiter is all about abundance and expansion and opportunity and lucky breaks and prosperity and miracles. And Jupiter also helps guide our occult studies and spirituality and our healing process. Saturn is about responsibility and dharma and duty and timing and karma in terms of how the timing of things play out in our lives. Saturn also helps us understand limitation or break free from limitation, but also helps us maintain appropriate boundaries, helps us understand that balance between limitation and limitlessness. Saturn also rules death. So in terms again of timing and karmic cycles, and when our souls leave physical reality. Uranus is about our personal individuality and energy and electricity and freedom, and is associated with revolution and big changes, and can also support us in ways we want to be experimental with our lives. Neptune helps us tune into psychic realms and our intuition, and helps us get more in our flow, and helps us tune into the dream state, helps us tune into all of this being a dream, helps us really come into our receptive nature, and also helps us navigate uncertainty. Pluto is all about transformation and the underworld, and helps us navigate underworld initiations, helps us in the process of revealing our shadow. Pluto helps us in regards to our own personal rebirth. Pluto also brings intensity and brings with it associations related to power and control. And then a few other kind of planetary aspects in various types of astrology. The sun, the moon are represented as planets. In some aspects of astrology, Uranus and Neptune aren't represented as planets. I like looking at all of them. I like taking the very inclusive route. So we'll also talk about Rahu and Ketu, the North Node and South Node. But the sun is our place of power, our place of light, our place of self-realization and leadership, and it's associated with regalness and royalty, and our ability to really use the light and energy that emits from source for our creative expression. It's also associated more with the masculine, the moon being associated more with the feminine and maternal instincts, and again our intuition and receptivity. And similar to Pluto, the moon also helps us tune into our inner world and our mental workings and our unconscious aspects of ourselves. And then Rahu and Ketu are known as the North Node and South Node. And in various types of astrology, there are these different qualities associated with Rahu and Ketu. In some aspects of astrology, the North Node and South Node really are about how we are uncovering our unconscious patterns and bringing the unconscious into conscious awareness. So with the South Node, we are experiencing a lot of unconscious patterns, and we're learning how to find a place of non-attachment. We're learning how to use wisdom and asceticism and psychic insights for the purpose of our spiritual liberation. And the North Node really helps us break free from those unconscious patterns. In its more, I guess, kind of malefic influences, Rahu can bring malefic influences and maybe more of an obsession kind of quality or focus on materialism or that sort of thing, or fears. The process of bringing the unconscious into conscious awareness is the process of facing our fears and breaking free from illusion. So the North Node supports us in that in various ways. So thinking about all of the qualities that are present with these planetary bodies or symbolic ones, and tuning in to what you're working on, what you're creating, what you're excited about bringing into the physical, or what you're excited about shifting in your life, what you're excited about experiencing as a result of this co-creative process. And so tuning into that, and then picking one or two planets or symbolic planetary bodies to be more present with you, to be more active in your life in beneficial ways. And just taking a moment to remember what it felt like passing by those planets as we traveled together. And asking that this one planet or multiple planets work together now to support the most beneficial manifestation of your intentions. Knowing that all of the qualities and characteristics of this planet exist within you, and we're welcoming, inviting, declaring and decreeing that its most beneficial aspects are more active, more present, more influential in your life. And just tuning into gratitude. Offering gratitude, thanking this planet for being a guru, being a teacher, being a guide. And just allowing it to be so, allowing this beneficial support to be with you, to guide your earthly affairs, to bring the highest level of harmony to your experience in whatever you are creating and intending to have unfold. And even if it's not anything specific, even if your intention is open-ended for positive, beneficial, beautiful transformation that supports our collective good, knowing that it is done, knowing that from this point forward, all of these aspects of consciousness are working with you to support the intentions we've been holding this week. And tomorrow we celebrate. Tomorrow we celebrate the work we've done together. We celebrate this universe. We celebrate the goddess of creation. We celebrate the perfect union of divine feminine and masculine aspects. We celebrate the beautiful divine blueprint of this creation, and we celebrate our experience of this creation, of our earthly lives. We celebrate that experience coming into higher and higher alignment with the divine blueprint that is present, that is available to us. And so now we just allow and we celebrate. That's our work over the next couple of days, is to celebrate life, is to celebrate what we've done here together, to celebrate your willingness to be on this incredible spiritual journey, to celebrate your willingness to engage in a process like this, to celebrate the incredible transformation that is possible in this universe, to celebrate all of these aspects of consciousness that can be teachers for us, that can teach us how to embody these aspects of consciousness in the most balanced, harmonious, loving, beautiful ways. So as we wrap up today, I invite you to think of a way you can continue working with the planet or planets that you've chosen to work with specifically for this process. And remembering you can come back to this reference guide and even this meditation and work with different planets in the future. But remembering that how we continue to build relationships with these archetypes, these aspects of consciousness, is so important and so helpful for us in growing its awareness within us, growing our awareness of it within us. So think about ways you can honor these planets, whether that's through some sort of creative practice, whether that's inviting the planets you've chosen today to help you come up with a way to honor them, whether that's using the fire to bring light to your energy system, symbolically feeding that archetypal intelligence with light, whether it's a physical offering of some kind, maybe a sand painting or mandala or yantra that you want to create outdoors. There are so many different ways you can honor the planets. One of the things I've done over this last week as part of this process, knowing we were leading to this point today of doing the 9-planet work together, I went to an observatory. We have an observatory up in Flagstaff that's not too far from Sedona. And it is where Pluto was discovered, interestingly enough, and they have just some fantastic stuff going on up there. So I went to honor Pluto and to do a solar system walk, because they have this little mock solar system put together. So this was my fun way of taking some time to honor the planets, taking some time to just commune and have fun with it. So think about a way that you can do something like that. There are so many ways we can spend time with the planet or multiple planets, or even just with the solar system, in an honoring way, in a communing way, in a conscious, co-creative way. So even as you're continuing spiritual practice over, the days and weeks to come, think about ways you can continue bringing these aspects of consciousness into your practice, offering gratitude, offering light, just saying hello, just saying hi. Hi, Pluto out there. Like this is the sort of stuff I do. I have fun just being in communion, with these different aspects of consciousness, aside from working in like a more specific ceremonial way like we did today. Okay. Thank you for the time today. Thank you for the beautiful journey that we did out into the solar system. That was fun. It was like, I have a really funny visual coming into my head. I don't know if all of you will remember this. Do you remember the Magic School Bus cartoon? I think there's one where they go out in the solar system, and I literally was just thinking of me being the bus driver, and you guys are on the bus, and we're taking the Magic School Bus around the solar system. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so fun. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow for our final day together during this process and for our final offering to the goddess and our final anchoring of our intentions that we've been holding together. I'll now bring us into closing with our closing mantras, and we'll wrap up for the day. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.